How's it going, everybody? Zoinkmeister Patrick here, joined today by Zoinkmeister Adam.
How's it going?
And today we're playing Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PlayStation 5.
Excelsior.
Hey man, your car's missing?
Yeah, just finished a double shift. Came out to grab my car, but it's gone.
That is like,
I'm back on in 12 hours. And all I want to do is get home and sleep.
I can make that happen.
boy, do I know that
You have your
feeling.
key fob on you?
The beep-boop unlock thing.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
the beep
all right.
boop.
B-boop unlock thing.
Awesome. One lost car soon to be found.
Do real people talk like that? I don't know anyone. Do you know anyone who doesn't know what a key fob is? Is
talking
that
about
like
a
a real
beep-boop?
thing?
Okay.
Yeah, I know some people that would say talking about the beep boop.
B-boop bop thing?
Yeah,
They like don't know like what
Tigers
a
would have said something like that.
You talking about the B-boop bop thing?
Yeah, she wouldn't have said it so like you know, like what do you
Streets
call
of
that
New York?
accent?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, sure. I was gonna say, well, I guess it's not Boston. That's not right. Maybe just straight up New York. I mean, which is broad.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different New York accents, but sure, we'll go with New York.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say it like, yeah, but you talking about the B-boop bop thing, yeah!
I'm
You
gonna
know,
beep, I'm gonna bop. Yeah, yeah.
very
It wasn't
like Italian,
yeah.
whatever, yeah.
No, it wasn't like Bronxed out or anything, but oh wow, there's a lot of guys there.
This place
Oh! It took me so long. I
Just run away.
There's so many. I didn't realize they were enemies. And you're like, there's so many enemies here. I was like, what is he talking
so
about?
many.
There's nobody here except for all these red dots all over the. Oh!
Have you played Modern Warfare 2 recently, or at least vividly memorized the action sequences of the campaign?
The original, yeah, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. Do you remember the scene where like Overlord touches down, or not touches down, but he relays back? He's like, yeah, we see some like 800 bogeys. Can you please confirm?
Oh,
And they're like, no,
I don't
dude,
remember
skies
that.
are clear.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And, then he's like,
yeah.
yeah, skies are. Oh my god! And it's like the sky is exclusively full of Russians. And then,
Yeah, it goes immediately bad.
yeah, that's the right. That's the one right before Burger Town.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That campaign's crazy. I love like as samey as Modern Warfare managed to get after Modern
Basically
Warfare
3.
2 or 3, yeah. Okay, yeah, because Black Ops was good. Yeah, so basically after Modern Warfare, Black Ops 2, 1.
Black Ops 2, I heard, was basically the last good one, right?
I think so. I didn't actually play much of Black Ops 2 campaign, so I don't know if it was. Anyway, point is, the first time that's kind of stuff happened in the games was kind of impressive. You know, it was like,
Oh boy, you're really getting in there.
I don't remember how to do camouflage already. I think it's up, right? It is
yeah.
up. Okay. Oh, I have to refill it all the way, even if I use it for like a second. That's crazy. So yeah, it's one of those things. Looking back, if I were to play it now, there's been so many that are exactly like it that it would probably be a not incredibly impressive story. But I remember at the time it felt so much of that was just fun.
I went back, and when Modern Warfare 2019 came out,
Yeah.
I got the platinum, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was so happy with its performance. If you guys, I mean, now it'll be monotonous because the game came out. But I had done a video called one for Modern Warfare Alpha, which was the name of the beta they released for the multiplayer, and then a video for Modern Warfare where I basically talked about how good the graphics are and that it was like you shouldn't sleep on it, that it actually is a return to original form.
Yeah.
So I went back after I got that platinum, and then I platinumed Modern Warfare 1 remastered, and then Modern Warfare 2 remastered,
Okay.
and both were surprisingly good time. Like I didn't, even though I knew exactly what was going to happen, I knew exactly all the guns, I knew everything, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a nostalgia hit. I just like legitimately enjoyed it.
Okay.
Because even if I like a game, I'll still point out its flaws, right?
Yeah.
Like we've been over this. Like as much as I love like some of my favorite games of all time are like monotonous, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, like
We were
Naruto
having a
Clash of Ninja
conversation.
2 is on that.
Yeah, we were having a conversation recently where someone asked us on a stream of Tabs, which we aren't playing at the moment, but someone asked, is there any bad games that you like? And you couldn't think of any at the time. Is this one that you think of now?
That I would say particularly are bad, like completely
Like
bad.
generally considered by most people to be bad, not like, I mean, obviously, assumedly you like it because you enjoy it for whatever reason, but you were to ask like the most generic gamer of all time, they'd be like, oh, not that game.
Oh, yeah. No, I could totally think of a couple because I play a lot of like, or at least I used to. Now I kind of feel a little bit different about the time I spend on games. And I try to make it count for the most part. If I really enjoy it, platinum it, but for the most part, like just go on to the next thing. But like, I really enjoyed a lot of the anime fighters.
Yeah.
So like the Naruto, the storm line isn't bad, but that's like before fighters. If it wasn't storm, it was probably bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
like I was fine with what was it? Jumpstar's Victory versus Plus, where I was like, man, this is not a good game, but I sure am playing it a lot. Like, you know, like the story is bad, everything's bad.
Yeah.
Like, everything is not good, but just the fact that it's so ridiculous, I'm having a good time with it. Because I think it's important to at least be able to separate when a game is good or bad, and then when you're having a good or bad time with it.
I've been trying to like stealth this as best as I can.
You're doing pretty good, especially considering what you started out with. I mean, it was literally a small army.
Yeah, right? It's like, I feel like I'm doing surprisingly well, all things considered.
Ooh, you said that right as that guy was about to tickle your feet.
I know, right?
Yeah, he was really tickling him.
But yeah, I've made like really good progress on stealthing all of these guys, which is a totally unnecessary challenge. Oh, he was...
Okay, yeah. It's that big guy right there. Noticed him.
Oh, I'm gonna find you, kid.
Are you?
A lot
Because
of anime fighters. I recently replayed Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Yeah, you mentioned that, I think.
Which is the like most generic Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
And is like it was basically of the entire Splinter Cell series. It was the one that was like made for mass appeal, you know? It like reaches the broad audience. It's like, oh man, Call of Duty. They like got rid of the old voice actor Ironside for someone else. It like did it. Basically, a lot of people were just like disappointed with it. Where I was like, no, I enjoyed it. It was still a cool stealth game. It wasn't as good as like the other games that were like older. But I want to say Chaos Theory is like the one that everyone says is the best, which came out on the original Xbox. And yet still, just because people are like, oh, this is bad, I was like, no, I still enjoyed it. It wasn't a bad time for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the game was like the best stealth game in the world, but I certainly still had fun with it.
Sorry, I'm like so close to perfect stealthing this.
No, I got you. Are there any games, now that you only have like one guy left, that you can think of that
Perfect
you
stealth.
enjoy that?
Oh, all the time. Almost every game I like is disliked.
Now I can use the fob.
Like
Would
Just
you
Cause
say?
3 is a good.
Is that genuinely just disliked? I thought most people kind of agreed that, like, yeah, it's janky, but it absolutely is fun.
Right. Yeah. To be fair, I think most people are on the same page. That Just Cause 3 is, or Just Cause 2, one of the two is the best Just Cause game, depending on what you're looking for.
Louder is better.
Not 4 though.
No.
Not 4, not 1. Like everyone.
Dead Rising 3. I love Dead Rising 3. Everyone thinks it's the worst one.
Is that one considered a worst one?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The closer I am.
What? It's right there. Okay. Yeah. No, people hate Dead Rising 3. Hate Dead Rising 3.
So what's different about it?
Hey there.
One sec.
I found your car. Texting you the location.
Incredible. Hey, cops finally showed up here. I'll see if they'll drive me to you.
Oh, I thought it was gonna actually make me wait. I was like, cool, great, this will be fun.
He has the
Yeah,
coolest
Spider-Man. Gonna tell
paramedic
everyone
outfit I've
you're
ever
out.
seen.
Yeah, it's
That's
nice.
right. Here's some sleep.
Glad I could help.
Like, I want that jacket.
Yeah, so this didn't really progress the story at all. It was kind of fun though and cool being
You
able
see
to.
that guy has his gun pointed at it. He is like, oh my, an unconscious person. He is ready to blow his head off.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you? Oh, I thought he ran him over. Oh.
So I went to the Just Cause Reddit thread, right?
Okay.
And someone had posted 2 years ago what the best Just Cause was, and the Madman 007 said most will say 2. I think the best in the series is 3, but he had the most fun with 4.
Really?
Said 4 is extremely technically flawed, still months after release. The jetpack, balloons, thrusters, tethers play so well together, it really opens up massive possibilities for endless fun in the sandbox environment. If you don't really care about creating your own fun, I can see 2 or 3 being the better of the choices. If you care more about sandbox type screwing around, it doesn't get better than 4. The balloons themselves are just super fun and make things go fly into the air and catch them up. It's a blast.
So I will agree that if you are exclusively looking for a sandbox, the addition of the Fullerton system that they added in 4 was a really cool idea, and I was very much excited for it, and I can see that being better than the other 2. The traversal is worse, as the wingsuit doesn't work in that game. It works, you just can't go up with the wingsuit. You can exclusively go down. You can try to pull up. It's very, very unwieldy, and I didn't like it at all. And then the other thing that's much worse about 4 is they changed the gameplay loop in 4 so that all base takeovers require you to like like stand in a place for a long period of time or like press a bunch of buttons. And that's it, all of them without fail. There's no like,
Where's the
there's no destruction,
aspect?
not at all. None of the bases are taken over with destruction anymore. They got rid of that completely.
That's terrible.
Exactly.
That was like one of my favorite. That's
Exactly.
like
So that's
the
what
appeal.
he's saying is if you're exclusively looking at the sandbox aspect, it can be
I
fun.
was really glad you called. I needed a break.
Like a major plot point coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, just stuff.
I'm pregnant, Miles.
So,
You are not the
your
father.
folks' old shop.
No, I know.
Thought you might be there. Looked like there might have been some kind of fight just before I got there. I went inside, looked around,
You broke in? Place was like boarded up.
found out about Rick.
How?
The video was on the table, I think.
Was it?
I thought like something was on the
What
table.
else did you find out?
I'm Spider-Man, okay?
But you gotta talk to me.
Oh, okay, so no, he's admitting to finding the basement or
yeah.
whatever.
I don't. Do you remember the plan?
Yeah. No, I do.
I'm really sorry your mom got hurt at her rally.
You should see my
If
dad.
Spider-Man hadn't shown up, everyone would have been fine.
Would they have been? Why did you
No.
Please
threaten
don't try to
her?
talk me out of this. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Good.
No, I call
So-
BS on this.
That's my big secret. That's why I've been so busy. What's your excuse?
She blows it off like she's not a super.
Spider-Man, okay?
School. Volunteering at Feast.
God dang it, Patrick.
You're always busy with stuff like that. What's the real reason?
The real reason is
I'm gay for Genki.
Doesn't explain
We
why his
do
time
it
is.
all the time.
There we
I
go.
can handle lately.
Ugh.
Made me push my friends away.
Except for Genki.
But I'm here to fix that.
He embraces Genki.
Maybe I could join your club? Crew? Team?
Drugs?
Cohorts. Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
It just keeps getting eviler.
I think of you more as a friend.
You know, Rick was...
Could you imagine? Oh my god.
He was the best. I get why you're doing this.
You don't know Rick like I
You
do.
want my help? I'm all in.
Uncle Rick.
If not,
Grandpa Rick.
no worries. Your secret is safe with me.
Miles wearing like 3 layers.
You know,
Good friend, Miles.
it looks cool, but it's way too warm in here.
And then you see a spike go through him, and she's like, but a
I think-
bad hero.
I think the inner layer is fake though. I think it's a fake double collar. If you look at the seam around the neckline, I think
Oh,
it's
yeah?
yeah, I think so.
That detail. Hey, look, it's Fisk Tower. You remember Fisk Tower from the first game?
Yeah, it was the first level, right?
No, I'm not good with
Yeah.
heights.
You'll be fine. I'll be watching.
Wish you said Al.
Oh my god. How did I not put that together over the years I played this game?
What?
He's not good with heights.
Yourself to the underground.
Oh,
I'll show you how.
I think they even, when they're talking about,
You're set up in the Kingpin's
the-
office space?
After he went to prison, the Fed seized his
Hold on.
property.
it seems
Haven't
important.
gotten around to selling it, so we moved in.
Wow.
yeah, the underground is in Fisk Tower. I think when they're putting the, what's it called? The time capsule, the first one.
Okay.
I think he even mentions like, what took you so long? And he's like, I'm afraid of heights.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, he's Spider-Man now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Right? So it's like,
You
man.
should not be allowed to be afraid of heights.
Well, I mean, he broke his pinky toe, remember?
I don't.
The first time he tried jumping off a building?
Oh, yes, he did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
When the, that was in the Spider-Man DLC. It was a sporadic phone call.
yeah. No, it was great.
Yeah, where he talks about that he's in the hospital. And Peter's like, why? And he's like, I broke a pinky toe.
It's like
He's
I'm
like, how? You're Spider-Man. He's like, I fell off the Brooklyn Bridge or something, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, I fell off a skyscraper. And he's like, oh my God, Miles, you got to be careful. And he's like, yeah, it's just, yeah, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's probably like why, because he was like freaking out or whatever. Which I always love. Miles is usually portrayed as not being that good of a Spider-Man when he starts.
Yeah.
Like, but mostly not because he's not good, but because he's like nervous or thinks he's gonna mess up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Insomniac did a really good job nailing down Miles for this.
Yeah, no, I think he's a great character.
Yeah, I don't know who the writer is. I'm going to check who that is real quick, and then I want to see if that is. Where's my phone? I use it specifically so the clicks won't appear in the sound. Oh, look, he has Amazing Spider-Man, the comic.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh, they have a bio? Oh, they do have a bio.
Ben Mason.
Oh yeah, that's
Miles
a lot
Morales,
of
aka Spider-Man.
stuff.
What?
Whoa, who got that information? Yeah. So I just wanted to scroll through all of these real quick while I continue to rant about Just Cause 4. Yeah, so I could believe that Just Cause 4 has the better, oh, it's so sad. I can believe that Just Cause 4 has the better sandbox in it. And if you're there for the sandbox, I could see that being fun. I think it has the worst traversal and it has the worst gameplay loop or whatever you want to call it. Like actual intentional gameplay, I guess, like the opposite of the sandbox, or whatever you want to call it. Hopefully that makes sense. As far as why, look at that grin. As far as why,
Look at him. He screams just trying to make the world a better place. I like that it just like if you go back to his bio, he's like, yeah, you know, Tampa, Florida, my place of birth.
What? Oh yeah, place of birth.
It's
Tampa,
like,
Florida.
oh, okay, well, I don't know much about Florida, and I definitely don't know where Tampa. I like
Oh,
how
we're missing headphones, girl.
Yeah,
We'll come back to that one.
she's
though.
not headphones girl. She's literally the exact opposite of headphones girl.
Is she wearing headphones? Oh, she's wearing earmuffs. I'd
Yeah,
say.
she's the deaf one.
Right,
That's
right,
why I
right.
said
Yeah.
she's the exact opposite.
Wow, we're missing all kinds of enemy types.
I mean, at least one.
One here and two here.
Yeah, you're gonna want to do the challenges on the last one, because it's not required, but it absolutely is like the overarching story. Basically, Miles does everything. It's not like Spider-Man 1, you could like not do the challenges. Like you could be like, Peter never collected these fart clouds, right?
Yeah.
Like that wouldn't affect the story, but like them all being like saved or whatever for the community.
It's like part of the.
It's like basically part of the overarching Miles trip. Like that's why I really like this game. Like I feel like it's a better time sink than the first game, although the first game has like an overall better Spider-Man experience. But I just really like how the story is tailored for this one. What was I going to search on my phone that we were doing? The writer for this. Okay.
Yes.
So while I'm searching that up, if you could continue what you were saying about Just Cause.
Yeah. So I was actually going to switch to. I said what I want to say about Just Cause. I want to switch to Dead Rising.
Yes, please.
The reason why 3 is not very well liked is because the other Dead Rising games, especially 1 and 2, were very. Part of what made them so famous was that they're very silly and they don't take themselves seriously at all. It sort of is. It's supposed to be like tropey and making fun of like classic zombie horror flick games, whatever. And it kind of plays into the way the game plays and the way the story moves and stuff like that. But in Dead Rising 3, they sort of tried to make the game's story serious. Like they tried to take itself seriously. But the gameplay was still the same, and you could still like go through the story wearing like Daisy Dukes and like a plaid tied off crop top, whatever.
Okay.
If you wanted to. And so it was just this really tonal like shift, and it's just less silly and fun, the story. It was a lot more like serious and I wouldn't want to call it brooding, because the main character is not at all brooding at all, but it is more like scary, I guess, for the main character.
Is it a different main character?
Oh yeah. Every game has a different main character except for 4, which has the same main character.
1 and 4 have the same, right?
Yes, 1 and 4 has the same. 2 and 3 each have their own unique
And
character.
people don't like 4 for what reason?
They removed the time limit on 4. So every game there's a timer. So you have to beat the entire game within a certain amount of in-game time. And they removed that completely in 4. So you have unlimited amount of time in 4. So that's one thing. And then the other thing that people don't like about 4 is they just made the main character overpowered too. So like all the zombies are like pushovers, and there's really no point in the game where you're ever like pressed for like, you know, because you are still fighting zombies. It's supposed to be like in the first game, zombies were like really hard to beat. Like you really couldn't even complete all the challenges in the game on your first run. Like that was a second run thing. By the time you upgraded your character enough, then you could get through all the side missions in one run. Otherwise it was not possible. So that was something that they changed with 4, is obviously you can get to everything because there's only one run. That's something they changed with 3 too. In 3, it's super easy to do everything in the game, 100% complete it on your first run. Like they give you so much time in that game. And so people didn't like that aspect of it just because it's different. You know, it's not really what they came for.
But not that it was anything bad, just that it was different.
Yeah, so for 3, I think people dislike 3 because it's different and just because it's not very Dead Rising. Despite the fact the gameplay is the same, nothing else like tonally about the game is the same.
Okay. You know, I don't know how you fare on the whole tonal, or like basically tone setting for previous entries. I don't have a problem with it.
With 3 or?
With games where, okay, so the my favorite game of all time, Metal Gear Solid 4, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
Should we
say-
progress the story a little bit and then get back to this conversation?
Okay, real quick
since we're
before we
low-
get back in,
okay,
this is
yeah.
related to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The writers of this story are John Paquette and Ben Arfman,
Okay.
and the original Spider-Man PlayStation 4 released in 2018. The writers are John Paquette, Ben Arfman again, but
Okay.
also Kelsey Beecham.
Interesting. So Kelsey
she did
left.
not return for
Yeah.
the sequel.
Maybe she's
But-
working on Spider-Man 2.
Possibly. She might be working on Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, who knows?
But I'm
Interesting.
assuming they would all be working together for this, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Okay.
So
back to the story.
let's progress this story a little bit, but keep that in mind what you're saying about
Tonal
and Metal
predecessors.
Gear and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah. Let's try not to forget that, but also let's see what they're talking. This seems like an important moment. And so it's like
Oh, it
I
is.
feel bad about us like hanging out on the menu while
Oh
we
yeah,
chat.
no,
It's like,
we are
it's
the
very
best
off
at
the air.
surprise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like okay, all right.
Surprise cliffhanger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Help me up. Oh, okay.
How'd you get involved in all this?
This isn't The Last of Us
the
2.
underground, the Tinkerer.
Tinkerer's a nod to my role. I built everything. The masks, the weapons.
Programmable matter.
Right.
What?
The underground tried to rob my granddad's shop and saw what I was working on. We made
Oh.
a deal.
I know you're after Krieger.
Wait, so the Undergrounds are
What
bad
did they
guys?
get out of it?
Yeah, the Underground have always been bad guys.
Oh,
Notoriety.
Roxxon are the good guys.
They want
Underground are the
to be
bad
so
guys.
well-known, they can get away with anything.
And you're good with that?
I can't take on Roxxon alone. Come on.
okay. So she's not the leader of the Underground. She's just their most recent
You need to
tech
jump
supplier.
from the crane to the balcony.
Show
them you're fearless.
Honestly,
Watching?
no, she's
Through the
basically the
windows.
leader.
You have to do this.
It's one of those things.
I can't even step out off of this thing. No, I won't.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things.
It's rickety.
It's one of those things where she shouldn't be the leader, but
Look at it.
she is.
It's literally rickety.
It is literally rickety.
I'm not gonna rickety over there. I'm going down. I don't care about my friends that much. You invaded my mom's talk.
You're not backing out now, are you?
Yes, I am. all right. Help me up. Ah, come on. Last of Us 2.
Oh, honestly though, like if he wasn't Spider-Man, I'd be like, no, are you
hell
crazy,
no.
Finn? What?
I'm getting back down. Where's the
I
back
would've been
down
like,
button?
What are you talking about, Finn? No, like look at you.
I would at least like
Like
go
I
on
would
all
assume like,
fours.
okay, she's Spider-Man, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it look good.
Look at this.
So I'm listening to Critical Role right now, and Ashley Johnson's one of the people on there. Anyone not familiar, Critical Role is a Dungeons and Dragons group with a bunch of voice actors, and Ashley Johnson voices Ellie from The Last of Us. And now that I know that, I can't not hear it. It is very strange.
Oh, that's funny because you hate Ellie.
Yeah, I do. But I really like Ashley Johnson. I was just playing a clip to Adam before we started recording this. I'll throw that up right now.
Drinks? Not usually at this hour, but sure. Yes. Let's find the others.
Breakfast wine.
Before you get back,
My very favorite.
you don't have to get ready when you stay ready. I respect that.
It's balanced breakfast.
Where, it's breakfast wine.
Oh man. Hooray! Breakfast. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Part of
So
Bell's
that one was
breakfast.
Ellie, huh?
Yeah, that was Ellie saying that.
Yeah, her regular voice is so much cuter than like than the Ellie voice.
Yeah.
But I guess the Ellie voice is supposed to sound like scraggled and like you hate the world, right?
Right,
So
right.
she does a good job, I guess.
Yeah.
Here it is, where the plan comes together.
Now, do you guys have guns or?
Did you see that she just like?
Yeah.
Yeah, her programmable matter stuff is crazy.
Krieger's saying you stole a shipment.
stole one canister.
I'm making some adjustments. Don't worry about it.
Do I get a cool
Take
mask?
today to settle in.
Right.
Everyone else has a cool mask.
Yeah, so she's not the boss, but like clearly though,
Okay.
she's the boss. Like
First of all,
100%.
there's no way this is helpful, right?
That's just their screensavers. As soon as you move the mouse, it just goes to Windows. Right? Am I wrong?
It must.
It
No,
has to.
these can't be useful though, right?
Yeah, no, it has to be, right? Like this has to be just screensavers. Like just for the sake of like as soon as you move the mouse, it'll do like a loading sequence and then it'll be Windows 10.
It's got to be awkward if the police ever find this place and be like, yeah, I mean, clearly, like,
I wonder if these are the
I
bad
wonder
guys.
if these are bad guys.
Look, that guy's working on modding his
It looks like a graphics card there, right? This one right in front of the chair?
I mean,
Or sound card, maybe.
possibly. It looks pretty large to be a sound card, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a graphic. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Okay, for some reason they
Someone's been
need like
mixing
tech
beats?
from the like
Yeah.
60s or something. I don't know what that's going on.
What do you mean? That's just a drum machine. They're out here making fat beats.
Why does it have a joystick? Isn't that? I thought that was a airplane controller.
Well, I mean,
Like
you
a
wanna,
drone,
You want to
isn't
be
that
able to tone. You know, like what is it called in music? Not. It's basically when you play a guitar, there's a whammy bar. What do you call
Oh.
that when you like you stretch out the tone of the?
This is definitely not necessary.
No.
So why do they have like flat screens everywhere and then they're over here in like freaking ASCII, whatever? All right.
Yeah, using 1960s like early NASA tech. Like
Keep coming. The underground station.
Whoa, everyone has a mask except for me. Oh, hold up. I'm not Miles Morales. I'm
is that Spider-Man?
I recognize that voice anywhere.
Oh man.
All right, that's the end of this video. See you guys on the next part of Marvel Spider-Man. If you haven't already, please go back, check out part 1 of this series. There should be a link to the playlist during the end slate. And until next time,
Zoink out.